Welcome to another edition of Wings Weekly. I'm Aaron Smith, joined as always by head coach and general manager Scott Langer. Scott, thanks for taking some time with us. Um, Talk quickly about the previous weekend, finalizing the season series up in North Dakota. The last 2 weekends, actually, Bismarck 2 weeks ago and Minot this past weekend. Coming out of there with a split weekend, but 3 of the 4 points. So got to be pretty happy about that. Friday's was a 6-3 win. Cade Moxham gets on the board first and second, I guess, in the first period with his 15th and 16th goals of the season. Giving the Wings a 2-0 lead, Minot would answer late in the first to make it 2-1 after one. Minot would then tie the game early in the second period. Then Matthew Martin Goudreau would respond, putting the Wings back up with his third goal of the season to make it 3-2 Wings after two. Third was more of the same as Owen Pitters gets his 8th of the year. Minot would once again answer to get within a goal. Then Jack McDonough gets his 4th of the year. Cade Moxham would complete the hat trick with his 17th of the year with the empty net goal, giving the Wings a 6-3 win Friday. Wings were 1 of 4 in the power play. Minot 0 for 4 shots on goal. Aberdeen with 32, Minot with 33. Grenick and net stopping 30 of the 33 shots. Real quick, just want to ask you about how big Gavin was stepping in, getting that win. First NAHL game, win on the road at Minot. First time he had got some NAHL action. So, what were your thoughts on his play?
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, that's for sure. He came in late in the week and found out he was going to be playing Friday night, and obviously it's good hockey in Minnesota, but it's not junior hockey, and for him to be able to step in and um, especially win the game, I mean, he did a great job. I mean, he had a real good first period. I thought he made some really good saves there to give us some ease to put the scoring on the board for him. And for us, it was good that we scored early on. I think that allowed him to settle in. But it was a great performance by a goalie that his season ended a week or so ago, and he got the tap on the back.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, and we talked last week, the confidence in getting that first goal uh, right out of the gates, and in this situation, scoring two with Moxham getting both of them. Um, Minot's obviously a very good team playing at home, which is a tough place to play, anyways. Able to come back, tie the game early in the second period. What were your thoughts on kind of just the way the team was able to keep fighting, keep never gave up, kept like it would probably be pretty easy to just kind of like hang your head a little bit. We were up two, now we're tied. Just kind of your thoughts on Friday's overall win, but then the fact of just the not never give up attitude that the team had Friday night.
Yeah, the bench was super positive. I never once got the feeling in that first game that we were in trouble at all. I thought we were playing some of the best hockey you've seen all year. The way we were coming back and breaking up plays, the way we were breaking pucks out, the amount of quality chances we were putting on their goaltending. Um, it's just was a positive vibe by everybody, and the thing of confidence. And I think that started last week. We put 4 or 5 good practices together in a row, and I thought that allowed the guys to really be comfortable heading into Friday night. And obviously we ended up getting the 2 points there, and we haven't been scoring a ton of goals, and we got to 6 that night, and obviously we beat one of the better teams in the division.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Saturday turnaround ends up being a 3-4 overtime loss. Do get that 1 point to get three on the weekend. Ryder Mini Gray Horses gets his 11th of the season once again to give the Wings an early lead. This time, Minot responds to tie the game at one. Jibber Cool answers that with his 8th goal of the season. 2-1 lead after the first. Nick Comfort would get his first goal of the season from the point to give the Wings a 3-1 lead. That's how we'd head into the final 20 minutes. Unfortunately, Minot gets 2 goals in the third period and then ends up getting the overtime winner with Jack O'Hannison completing the hat trick there to get the 4-3 overtime win. Braun in net, stopping 32 of the 36 shots he faced. The Wings put up 29 shots. What were your? I mean, obviously, it's not where you want to end the weekend, but still 3 points on the weekend up in Minot. I guess it's a winning the weekend kind of mentality. What were your thoughts on Saturday's performance and the weekend as a whole?
Well, I mean, we played 5 really good periods of hockey as a team this weekend. Obviously they had the hit to Pitter's head, and Bogakov reacted, and that after that we kind of unraveled a little bit. Um, right or wrong, I mean, I think it's hard to tell a player not to stick up for a teammate when he gets headhunted. But yeah, I mean, the game-winning goal being offsides and clearly offsides, and no one to be found to make that call was kind of hard. I mean, obviously we shouldn't have got to the overtime. We should have won it in regulation, but they have a good team and they did fire back in the third period. Um, we still played well. We just we took some penalties, and they were able to find the back of the net. I mean, but we played a really good overall on the weekend. I was extremely happy of where we progressed to in a week coming off that getting swept by Bismarck, and how we reacted to that, and getting the three. We should have had the 4 points when you have a lead in the third period. It should be lockdown time. But when you leave it to chance and you have to go to overtime, you're leaving it up to other people as well. And that's kind of what happened. And they got the goal and they get the extra point.
For sure. But then again, I hate to reiterate this over and over again, but 3 points on the 3 of the 4 points on the weekend. Nice, nice end of the road trip, anyways. Speaking of the end of the road trip, coming up here, we are home against St. Cloud this Friday and Saturday at the Odde Ice Center. 7:15 scheduled puck drop both nights. A huge 4 points on the line right now. We'll go through the standings in a little bit, but St. Cloud does sit 2 points in front of us right now for the final playoff spot. Season series, we are 3-2-1 against the Norsemen. We haven't seen them since mid-December, though. What are What are you expecting to see from them this coming weekend? What have you seen on tape? What have they done differently to improve their team over the past couple months?
Well, they're still a really good skating team, probably the best skating team in the division. They play with a lot of speed, and they play a real skilled hockey game, and they come at you, with four lines. So, I mean, they're a team that if you make mistakes and you're not ready to play, and you're not ready to go out and push the game the way you want to push the game, they're a team that can certainly beat anybody in our division. They've proven that. So, I think you're going to see some really good hockey. Both teams know what's on the line, how important this series is. We're fortunate to be home here at the Odde, which is always nice. But we have to play like we played this last weekend, and we need to play a perfect game. And if we do that, we'll have some success. But I think everybody's just going to be really jacked up to play this series, because there's just so much on the line. It's just like a playoff series right now. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight right down to the end, to see who gets in that final spot in the playoffs. So this would be a good start for our team, to have a really good weekend.
Yeah, and I believe, if I'm right, the Central Division is the only team that doesn't have a clinch spot in the playoffs so far. So yeah, still a lot to fight for. Speaking of that, looking at the current standing, Bismarck still on top with 72 points. Minot and Austin both at 71, right behind them. St. Cloud at 54. One thing to note: St. Cloud has played 47 games compared to our 46, so there's a few minor things as far as that goes, as far as games played. We are sitting in fifth right now with 52 points. North Iowa 37, Watertown with 32, and the Minnesota Mallard with 23. So again, 13 games remaining. That's 26 points on the line. It's obviously not a win or go home kind of a feeling or now, but is it a playoff mentality from here on out for your team, just to kind of knowing how big every weekend's going to be going forward?
Yeah, I mean, especially when everybody can beat everybody in the division, you don't know who's going to give who favors. So you got to take care of your own house. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that you're taking points, and just doing your job. Don't worry about the standings. Don't worry about the other scores, because we're not going to control them. We have zero say in what other teams do against other teams. We only have a say in playing, who we're playing, and we just got to keep focusing on getting better all the way to the end, and just continue to take points, and let's see where it looks at, in the end.
Well, that's a weird thing to say in fifth place, but I guess you do kind of hold the cards in your hands as far as what the outcome is going to be with with these two games, 4 points coming up against St. Cloud, and then having that game in hand to be able to kind of dictate how this goes through the end of the season. So yeah, just every game is going to be important and magnetize that much more. Once again, Wings versus St. Cloud this Friday and Saturday night here at the Odde. Doors open at 5:30. Puck dropped at 7:15 both nights. Tickets.aberdeenwings.com or any of the Sea Express locations. Thanks again, Scott, for taking some time to sit down and talk with us a little bit. And Ryan will be coming up next with a player interview.
Pro Ag Supply leads the game with Channel Seed, liquid fertilizer, and tanks. With 3 generations of family service, we've spent over 40 years growing relationships with your family. So whether it's game day or planting day, Pro Ag Supply and Channel Seed are by your side. Pro Ag Supply.
L&O Transport and Farm wants you. They're currently hiring Class A CDL truck drivers and farm operators. Experience preferred, but not necessary. L&O offers great benefits like a 401k, 100% health, and year-end bonuses. Pay depends on experience, but wages are very competitive. They run the newest late model equipment and take pride in what they do. L&O Acres and Transport is a family-run business. Come be part of the L&O family. Give them a call at 605-226-0732.
All right, welcome back. This is the second portion of Wings Weekly. Joining me this week is Jack McDonough. Jack, you're the forward from Duxbury, Massachusetts. Or the Boston area, right? Somewhere around there.
Yep.
So talk to us. How did you first get into hockey?
I first got into hockey when I was probably 3 or 4. My dad played hockey growing up, and he probably introduced us on the pond. And ever since then, me and my brother really like hockey and took it from there.
Mm-hmm. And talk about the rest of your family. Mom, dad, any other siblings, pets back home?
Yeah, so it's my mom, dad, my brother Will. We have a dog named Casey. She's a girl. So
More of a dog person then.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't really like cats. I mean, it's kind of weird how high they jump though. Have you ever seen those videos? Like...
I have a cat, so I've seen how high.
Okay.
She's kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
So all right. So you weren't there with us for any of our preseason games, but you got here just in time to join us through showcase and all of that kind of stuff. So talk about how you came to join the Wings.
Yeah, it was I was up in Canada and things didn't go as planned, so got the opportunity to come here, and it's been great so far. I got here I think 2-3 days before Blaine, and ever since then it's been good, smooth, and love everything about it.
Mm-hmm. And you're also one of the players who came into the organization already committed to university. You're committed to St. Lawrence. We've had a few players who are committed to St. Lawrence too. One of within the first couple of years, Joe Sullivan, who was within the first couple of years of our franchise, was committed there, and Will Arquette, who is a former Wings player who's playing there as a senior already, is there currently. So what was the process of commitment to St. Lawrence like for you? Did you go on a visit there and just fell in love, or what was it like for you?
Yeah, so I started talking to them last year, and I went up to visit last year, about a year ago. I really liked the campus. I liked the atmosphere, and especially the games. The games were good crowd, good people, and I thought it was good for my development.
Mm-hmm. This might put you in the hot seat a little bit too soon, but because you still have some time before you're going to go. But do you know what you're going to study, or is it too soon to decide? Or are you just like solely like hockey focused right now?
Yeah, hockey focused, but I mean, also I think probably business route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as one of the youngest players on the team, is there anyone on this roster that you look up to most?
I don't know. Bax right here is a good guy, so
yeah.
Look up to him. And
Is that because you're a little scared of him? You don't want to?
No, not that. No, just good leader, good guy.
Okay. And being from Mass, there might be someone who entered this question in for me, and this might be an easy question to answer for you. Is there a favorite coffee destination?
Like here in Aberdeen?
No, anywhere. You're from Mass, so this should be, like I said, this should be a easy.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm going to get a coffee back at home, I'm going to Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Is there a favorite order there?
I kind of switch it up.
Okay.
They got on the board, they got like new coffees.
Okay.
Kind of just go and see what they got and choose from there.
Yeah. As a West Coast girly, Dutch Bros is like my thing, so
I don't even know what that
you
is.
wouldn't even know what that is. Yeah, this is like East Coast versus West Coast right
Yeah.
now. So talk to Johnny; he'll know what that is. Okay. Also, like I said, I tell the guys this every week, but like being on the show is kind of like being on the hot seat too. So you're gonna have to answer some questions about your teammates right now. You're hating this, but that's okay. If you had to pick someone on the team to be your emergency contact, who would it be and why?
Ooh, I feel like my roommate Finn.
Okay.
I just feel like, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. So I feel like he'll if I was in trouble, I feel like he'd help me out. He's always on his phone responding to my text, which is good. So
I was going to say, is being on your phone all the time a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, in a situation like that, I feel like you need someone who's always on their phone.
Yeah.
I feel like he's on his phone a lot. So
that actually leads into a question that I forgot to ask. Who is it on the team that you bill it with, and how has that experience been like for you?
Finn and Gavin. So yeah, it's been good. We hang out a lot,
Mm-hmm.
watching movies. The Hollands have a movie theater downstairs,
Mm-hmm.
so watch the movies, and yeah, it's fun. Good
Mm-hmm.
group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see. On the opposite end of the spectrum from the emergency contact question, when you guys are away on your road trips, especially when you travel to like North Iowa when you're leaving on Thursday and stuff, who would you absolutely not want to roommate with on some of those away trips?
Ooh.
Do you guys like take turns rooming with people, or is it the same people every time?
So far this year, we've had like a different rotation of who we room with,
which has to be nice, right?
Yeah, but I mean, someone I wouldn't want to room with, I feel like it's got to be Gavin. He just takes up a lot of space.
He's a big guy.
His head's pretty big, so I feel like sharing a bed with him would be kind of not great.
Yeah, I could have said something, but I won't.
Yeah.
Any bucket list items that you would want to tell the Aberdeen community about? Now let's keep this PG. Bucket list items. You want to, go skydiving? Do you want to?
I really want to go to Aruba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a bucket list item, or is that like
bucket list item? I feel like skydiving would be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like scary though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have a lot, to be honest. What about you?
Oh gosh, I'm not really an adrenaline junkie by any means.
Yeah.
I just want to see different parts of the world before I die,
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in South Dakota forever.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I would agree with that. See parts of the world, yeah.
And as a Bostonian yourself, it has to be pretty obvious that you're a Boston Bruins fan. Would I be correct in assuming that?
Yes.
Current favorite Boston Bruins player?
I got a couple.
Okay.
I like David Pastrnak.
Good answer.
He's on a point streak right now.
With me, there is a wrong answer, so.
Oh. I also like Brad Marchand.
That's the wrong answer.
He's got grit to his game. He's funny to watch, and
he is out right now, though. So
he is out. He got hurt the other day, so it's a bummer.
Yeah, I had a friend that was at the Wild Boston game yesterday. So
where was that? Wild?
Yeah, it was in Minnesota. So
cool.
Any others? Any of the younger guys that you really look up to, or anything like that?
Player that's caught my eye, I think, is Mason Lohrei.
Okay.
That's how you say his name. He's a defenseman. I believe he played at Ohio State. He's a young guy, but
Midwesterner.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well, so it's fun to watch.
Awesome. And final hot seat question, if you will. Final meal, death row meal. What is it? You can do your appetizer, your main entree, your dessert, drink of choice.
Ooh.
Anything like that.
I'm gonna go Diet Coke for a drink.
Oh,
I'd say
Diet Coke.
Yeah, with ice in it.
Yeah.
Calamari for an appetizer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. Meal, I'd say filet mignon.
Cooked.
Medium rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Midwest, the South Dakotans will love to hear that you said that. So.
And then dessert, probably fried ice cream.
Fried ice cream is crazy. Any
good.
like sides, anything like that? You doing like the mashed
Like
potatoes,
potatoes,
the gravy?
not
Okay.
mashed potatoes, but like, what are they called? Fried ones? Or like sliced?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Those
I
are
see
good.
you. I
Yeah.
see you.
Maybe
Okay.
some green beans.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably it.
So for the side question then, for the Diet Coke connoisseurs out there, you doing like fountain, bottle, can?
Probably a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a crisp, cold can of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. So moving on to the games this weekend then. Friday was a 6-3 win. Saturday, 4-3 OT loss, but against the powerhouse of the Minot Minotauros, right, who we haven't had much luck against. You even had a goal on the weekend. What was going through your mind when you scored that goal there?
So I believe Comfort brought the puck in the zone, and he shot it on net. It ended up going off a defender, and kind of just bounced right on my stick and shot it through the defenseman's legs and just right over his shoulder, goalie's shoulder. So.
And you were just like, heck yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to kind of seal the game there. I think it was 5-2 after that.
Mm.
Could be wrong, but
yeah,
it's exciting.
And has that, or did that goal, help boost your confidence overall, especially for this, last second like playoff push as towards the end of the season at all?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been trying to, get some points on the board, and it was kind of rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like saying before, being able to get those 3 out of 4 points on the weekend, what does that mean to the team when facing this powerhouse of Minot this late in the season?
I think that's huge for us, especially in the position we are in now. I think we came out ready to go, and getting those 3 points versus arguably the best team in the league is really in the right path that we should be taking. So it's good, especially going into this weekend too versus St. Cloud. Same energy and yeah.
And then looking, like you said, looking ahead towards this weekend, I think one thing that needs to be kept in mind is this is a team that we haven't faced in a while. All teams in our division are teams that can beat each other for sure.
Yep.
A key this week is going to be discipline, right? Like both teams are going to be looking to stay out of the box, stay 5-on-5. How important are these games this weekend, like truthfully? And on top of that, how important is it that we get to see them on our home ice?
I think it's these games are probably the most important games of the year. I mean, this is kind of, we got to come up with a big weekend here and, hopefully sweep these guys. And I think on home ice, I think we're in a good advantage to, do that. So especially with our crowd and our fans. So
anything you want to say to the fans? Remind them to come out to the ODI Center.
Yeah. Need your guys' support, so it'd be good if you guys stop by.
All right, like you said, next home games versus St. Cloud Norsemen, Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th. Friday, March 7th is Winger's birthday. We're celebrating with Kids Free Friday. Kids 12 and under will receive free admission with the purchase of a regularly priced adult ticket at the Wings box office, and the corporate game sponsor is Nutrient Ag Solutions. Saturday is Princess and Superhero Night with giveaways at the door. The corporate game sponsor is Cashway Distributing, and City Lights Bar and Event Center post-game party with the Wings following the game. Tickets available for all Wings home games at tickets.aberdeenwings.com or any of the Sea Express locations here in Aberdeen. Prorated sponsorships and reserved season tickets are now available for the remainder of the 2025 season. Call Aaron at 605-380-5852 for more information. And for all the latest news and information on the Wings, visit aberdeenwings.com or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, I thank Jack McDonough for joining the show.
Yep. Thanks, Ryan.
That'll wrap up this week's Wings Weekly.
All right.